Hey everybody, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos doing a Saturday video update. Hey, I think a lot of people in cryptos have a little smile on their face today after a little jump in the market. Kind of thought we'd have something over this weekend. I thought it might be a little bit higher, but I'm not going to complain about other $5-6 billion coming into the market, bringing Litecoin up well over over that $60 mark. We're loving that, right? We're loving that. Um, a lot of people still saying, they think this market's going to crawl up this year. I just think we're going to keep on seeing these jump ups, these 5 billion, overnight, 5 billion again. Then we're going to start seeing even bigger jumps. And that's the only reason why right now I'm really not trading my my cryptocurrencies too much. Not that I ever really traded. I'm more of a hodler or more of a momentum trader. But you know, this thing could pop up, 10 billion in a day, and if I happen to sell today, thinking that it's going to go down, and I can, maybe buy an extra Litecoin with my profits, and I end up, missing out because Litecoin jumps up to $75 overnight. Hey, that's not a risk I'm willing to take right now. Right now, I'm feeling the better bet is this market continuing to go up instead of trying to, pinch pennies and get an extra Litecoin in here and there. Back, you know, during the last year, that might have been an idea when the things were kind of going up and down and up and down, mostly down. But when it would go up, you could sell because it was going to go back down because it did it for a whole year. Right now, it's almost the opposite. It's like it's going up, leveling, going up, leveling, going up, leveling. Hopefully that continues. That's what I think is going to happen. I think the banks, the institutions, the elite, whatever you want to call them, the people with the big bucks who are trying to control us, I think they're kind of done playing these games with the trying to sell off, because every time they sell off, the retail market, which is you and me, are just coming in. We're buying up everything they're selling, and they don't want us to have anything, and we're only getting more and more. And they don't want that, and they don't like that. And I love that. I love that so much. Love that the little guys are, you know, having a chance here to make a few profits along the way. So, you know, Litecoin was at a low 22. Now it's over $60 this year. That's quite, you know, quite a return on your money. So I'm very happy with Litecoin right now, and I'm going to continue to be happy because you know what's going to happen next? The next thing that's going to drive Litecoin's price, if we don't get a backed or a ICE or a NASDAQ or a Fidelity or one of these companies coming in and opening their exchanges to the public, that's going to bring in huge numbers of people. I'm sorry, I don't care what people say out there, people that are predicting a slow climb this year. Once one of these companies comes in, off to the races. Put on your damn seatbelt because it's going to be a freaking ride, and it's going to go fast. It's going to fly. I'm telling you. Once the It's like right now, it's like when we're like ants, right? It's like there's this drop of honey on the ground. That's the cryptocurrencies, and the ants don't know about it. And then all of a sudden, one ant goes over and discovers it, right? And then another ant comes over and finds it, and they sit there and they suck on it and they eat for a while, and then their job is to bring that little bit of honey, that little taste, back down the line and tap it on each ant. You ever see the ants, they tap each other? That's them passing little signals or little samples of what they collected along the way, and then they bring it back to the hive. And then you know what happens? All the ants go to that pile of honey, and they all suck on it and eat it and bring it back to the hive for the rest of the workers and the rest of the queen and all that stuff. So, that's what's going to happen, in my opinion. That's what's going to happen. You walk down the street, you ask 100 people what cryptocurrencies are, and they're going to look at you cross-eyed like, cryptocurrency? I don't know. I guess maybe I heard of it, or some of them have never even heard of it. A lot of them never even heard of Bitcoin. You'd be surprised. I talk to people, if they know what Bitcoin is, they don't even know what Bitcoin is. Or yeah, maybe I think I might have heard of that. They have no clue what's about to happen. I talk to people about the tokenization of everything, about your house being tokenized. When you need money, if you have equity in your house, that you're going to be able to borrow instantly on the equity of your house for purchases. This is what the future is going to be with AI and robotics and a digital world that everything is coming to. This is where we're headed. There's no doubt about it. So here's my next philosophy on what's going to go on with the mined coins, especially Litecoin first, Bitcoin second. And this is what I believe is going to happen. Right now, you've got these elite, these bigwigs, these bankers, these corporations who are going to these miners who are breaking even or losing money mining Bitcoin and Litecoin, right? Because the energy, the manpower, electricity, the cost of the rigs and the mining rigs that they need to mine Litecoin and Bitcoin, they're really not making any money. Some of them are losing money. A lot of them actually shut down this past year because it wasn't profitable for them. They were losing money. So like I mentioned this in another video. So these big elite and these bankers and all, they're going to these companies and they're saying, look, you mine, 100 Litecoin a day. Litecoin are, $60. All right, so right now, maybe you're making a little bit, you're not making much. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make you a deal of a lifetime. Of course, they're trying to sweeten it up and talk to them like they're making them a deal of a lifetime when they're really ripping them off. They're going to say, Litecoin's $61 today. I'll tell you what, we'll give you $100 for every Litecoin that you mine, and we'll do this every time you have Litecoin. We'll buy them for you for $100. So in the beginning, that sounds like a pretty sweet deal. Hey, it's only $61. I'm going to get $100. That's going to help pay my bills. I'm not making much money here anyway. And a lot of the miners are doing that. That's why you don't see the sales going over the market, even over the counter. These are sales that are transfer of Litecoin and Bitcoin that we never hear about. They don't affect the price, right? So once Litecoin's price starts to go up in value, and they know with the halvening that these miners are going to be making less Litecoin and Bitcoin for them to buy, and they want as much as they can before this crap takes off, right? Before these cryptocurrencies skyrocket. So as the price goes up, the miners are going to start saying, well, now it's actually profitable for me. I'm not really losing money on the Litecoin anymore, and it's going up, and they're smart too. Miners are smart people who do this mining. When they're desperate, they're willing to sell things, to make a profit, and that's what they're in it for, is to make a profit, right? But now they're probably thinking a little bit speculative themselves, like, well, gee, Litecoin was at $22 earlier this year. Now it's at 61. I can sell it to them for 100, but by the end of the year, it might be 200 a Litecoin. I don't know if it's worth it for me to sell it to them anymore, especially now that I'm making profits. And especially since in about 5 months, I'm only going to be getting half the Litecoins that I get now. Do I really want to give up these Litecoins? Is it really in the long run going to be worth it? And now these elites are thinking, hey, we got to get it in there, and we got to get a hold of these Litecoins and these Bitcoins while we can. Because once that halvening comes, these miners are not going to have as many to give us. So if we have to start offering 200 for a Litecoin, we'll do whatever we can, because we know what it's really worth. 200 is a drop in the bucket to what the price is going to be worth one day in the near future. So a lot of these miners are starting to wise up. The over-the-counter market is starting to dry up. I think the miners giving out their coins is starting to dry up. And now all of a sudden we see ICE coming out with announcements with a list of, I think it's 54 cryptocurrencies that they plan on listing on their exchange. In the beginning, it may not be all, I think it was 54 or something, 60, let's just call it 60. It may only be 10 or 15 or 20, but it may be all 60. So there's a list of that. You can find it if you look on ICE for ICE. I would just do a search for ICE and their cryptocurrencies that they're going to be listing. I'm sure you'll find something. But I can list real quick some of the ones I saw on there. It's mostly your top coins. It's going to be your Bitcoin, your Litecoin, of course, your Ethereum, Cardano's on there, Stellar Lumens is on there, Bitcoin SV and Cash, um, Walton Chain's on there, Lisk, OMG, Dogecoin is on there. Okay, whatever. I don't know. It's kind of a weird one to put on there, I guess, because it's in the top 20. But I don't really ever see Doge doing anything unless it's just going to be like a stable coin, just because it's really unlimited in quantity. I don't see it. How could it ever really go up in value? But I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough about it, so maybe I'm talking where I shouldn't be. If you know more about Dogecoin, please comment below. But when I first got into cryptocurrencies, that was one of the ones that I kind of looked at, and right away, right off the bat, I was like, this started out as a joke token. Just the guys were just trying to be funny, and it's symboled after a meme of a dog on the internet, and that's what they use for their logo. And they just did it as a joke, as a prank, and people started using it. So I just don't know. But anyway, Digibyte was on there, XRP was on there. But you can check out the list. I'm not going to sit here and try to remember and list off all 60 of the cryptos. But now ICE, once ICE goes live, guys, forget about it. This is not financial advice, but I'm in as much as I can be in, without without having to skip meals and miss car payments. I'm in as much as I can be in, and I don't make a ton of money, but for me, any money that I make that's extra would be a godsend. So I'm happy for anything. I'm thrilled with Litecoin right now, and I know I'm going to be even more thrilled by the end of this year and in the next 6 months. So guys, it's a great day. Now I hate to talk to boast too much, because I know whenever that happens I usually get smacked right back down. That's just the nature of it, it seems to be, for me, whenever I get overconfident with something. But I've been reading this market pretty good. I've been, I don't want to say like a mind, like just like it just like is coming to me. I don't know if it's a spiritual thing. I don't know if I've been lucky. But as of late, it just seems like I'm just really in tune with, I think that's the best way to say it. I'm really in tune with what's been going on. Believe it or not, and I'm going to get a little bit political now, so if you don't like my political beliefs, want to hear what I have to say political, it's a great time to end the video. I'd say, kiss your wife or your girlfriend, hug your kids, pet your pets. But I'm going to say this, and God bless. But watching Trump get elected, and watching how they put out all this fake news about him every day, watching them try to say he's in bed with Russia and the whole Russian collusion, and that he removed the Martin Luther King bust from the White House when they took a picture when someone was standing in front of it, and Jussie Smollett, and I mean, it's just mind-blowing how they try to sabotage Trump at every turn. It almost seems I can relate to that as I can relate to crypto, how they try to sabotage crypto all of last year at every turn. China banning it, Mt. Gox, you name it. Big drops and sell-offs trying to scare people out of the market. And I see what happened with Trump, and that it's all fake news, and that it's not real. And I see the same stuff. I mean, some of the stuff is real as far as, Mt. Gox selling off and stuff like that. But it's all meant to mess with our minds. All right? And guys, it's not real. It's them playing games with us. Okay? Remember, those people up at the top could give two craps about us. All right? They just see us get hit by a car so they can get the loose change that falls out of our pocket as the truck drives and drags our body down the street. That's how much they care about us. All right? Remember that. These people would blow up a plane full of innocent people just to kill one person that they're trying to get. These are not nice people, these elite. And that's how they get there. They don't get there by telling a few lies and a few fibs. They get there because they're truly evil. It's very difficult to find a truly good person at the top. Guys, God bless. I got to be out of here by 15 minutes. We're getting right there. God bless you. Joe Knows Crypto signing off.